Welcome back to Ready Bet Action. We are talking about college football, week 13. I'm pretty excited to get back to this. We missed last week. Stefan and I were up in the Pacific Northwest at the Oregon and then on to the University of Washington game. I had a great time. I'm even wearing Oregon gear today as my souvenir.
Look at that.
Had a good time.
I'm wearing CU gear, so you know.
Nice. Got a little lost in the sauce, literally. It was a great time up in the Pacific Northwest. Cool. Let's dive in though. We got a lot of picks to get through too, so I think we're gonna dive right into this. And I'm gonna start with a game though that you both are on, and you're gonna tell us why you both like SMU in this game. We got Louisville SMU happening in the ACC. Who wants to kick us off? One of you got them just to win. One's got to cover. Mike,
Steph, go for it.
I mean, I think if you think about Louisville and you're not like dialed into the ACC, you're thinking, oh man, they upset Miami. They're really good. And then you don't realize, oh, they lost their last two games since then. They don't have a whole lot to play for. Miller Moss has kind of called out the culture at Louisville, which I just think is ironic because, I mean, you're Miller Moss, former USC quarterback. So take that for what it's worth. I don't like the vibes coming out of Louisville. Meanwhile, SMU has everything to play for. They have a very legitimate shot. I think they're one of the favorites to make it to the ACC championship game, which, yes, that means they would make it to the playoff back-to-back years. That would be just so awesome for this this Mustang team. So I like the SMU story. I think they're going to be able to do what they want. -2.5, I feel great. We were debating this number before
you can
the show.
get it at -110 on Hard Rock.
Okay, yeah, so -2.5.
Yep.
And then money line, you said, is what, -135? That's how you're playing it?
Yeah, -135. That's how I'm going to play it. Yeah, man, I need some safe wins right now. Let's call it what it is. So I'm going to go for the -135 money line for the exact reason. No advanced analytics on this one. It's a hunch. It's a vibe play. It's at SMU. They've got the better team, the better offense, the better defense in my mind. Maybe not the better defense, the better offense for sure. So
Louisville's out some key players, like their running back, their stud running back Isaiah Brown is out.
Yep. SMU's averaging 30 plus a game. Louisville's only hit that a handful of times this season. I think it's just, the home field advantage. You've got the team that has something to play for. Slow start, but they've turned things around dramatically, especially in conference play. So I'm just going. It's just strictly a vibes play based on what I've seen recently.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. We're gonna hang out. Well, let's not hang out in the ACC. We're gonna be in the ACC a lot today. Just fair warning. Lots of exciting stuff going on in the ACC, especially with the big guns like really stumbling this year. So we are going to
the ACC. Over. I forgot one of my favorite plays. Sorry, boys. I'm adding to the card.
You're welcome to add it. We're going to move to the Mountain West. Hawaii is at UNLV. I'm going to take UNLV -2.5. Hawaii's getting a lot of love here because they beat up on San Diego State, which is impressive. And Hawaii has definitely played kind of punched above their class. I think UNLV here is playing for that Mountain West championship game at home. Give me UNLV. I don't think Hawaii can keep up with the scoring in this one. I'm going to take UNLV. I love home teams this week. I'm a big fan of home teams just in general. So give me UNLV. They've kind of got things back on track after losing to New Mexico. A really good New Mexico team, by the way, a couple weeks ago. So give me UNLV -2.5. But
Hawaii's been so good this year, though.
Especially offensively.
I mean, especially compared to what I thought they were going to be in that first game against Stanford when we all thought Stanford was going to be just like no wins. Stanford's been a little bit better than that. But Hawaii, anyway, I think Hawaii's been pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, losing to San Jose State's not decent. I don't mean to be that guy, but losing to San Jose State's a bad sign to me.
Yeah, but UNLV doesn't play defense. UNLV gives up points to everyone.
Beating up Colorado State's not impressive. Beating up Utah State's not impressive. I don't know. They barely beat Air Force. I don't think they've been overly. I don't think they've had the most impressive win to me was San Diego State last week, and I like UNLV coming into the season more. I still like them more. We'll see, though. I think that maybe just take the over in this game if you like the offense, because that's going to be lighting up the scoreboard for sure. Let's move back to the ACC though. Let's go to the Bay Area because that makes a lot of sense in the Atlantic Coast Conference, a Bay Area football game. So that is you, Mike.
Yeah, it's the landscape we're in, man. I'm going to take Cal minus 2.5 at the slightly better than expected Stanford team that has 2 wins. Cal's won and covered in this series in 4 straight. Stanford, I mean, I agree they have been better than expected, but with that, they've only scored more than 20 points once this season. They're only averaging 15 points per game in conference play, and they have the 8th worst offense in the country as a whole. Cal's coming off a big emotional win over Louisville and then went into a bye week. That screams good vibes to me coming off of that type of win and then getting a week off before going and playing an in-state rival. So they're on the road, but it's only an hour down the road. I don't know how much of a home advantage Stanford's actually going to have in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take Cal, who is just a better team in general, at minus 2.5 to make it 5 straight.
This is the game that I wanted to add to my card. Same play. I'm right there with you.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think Cal wins by 10. I think this is just a pretty comfortable win.
Nice.
Yeah, I took it under 2.5, Steph, just to get it under there and got it at minus 120.
I don't think you need to.
I don't think I do, but like I said, I need some safe wins right now.
Some of these rivalry games are fun, even if the teams are not relevant at all this year. It's still going to be fun to watch some of these rivalry games as the year wraps up. You get good Cal Stanford game. I think that's awesome. Stefan, why don't you tell us about your James Madison pick? James Madison.
Oh yeah, man, James Madison's pissed. If I'm a James Madison fan, and you know what I kind of am, we've talked about this before on this show. Kind of pissed that we're not even like ranked. We're not up there in the discussion. I mean, we need some things to break our way. Yeah, I'm using the we. I'm in. James Madison plays Washington State this week. This is an opportunity for them to get some style points. They're going to have a common opponent with Ole Miss here, because Ole Miss, remember, barely beat Washington State earlier this year. James Madison team total over 27.5 at minus 115. I don't even need them to win. I think they will. They put up, James Madison team totals have been a trend on this show now. I think this is the 3rd time we've played it. We're 2-0 so far. I really like this offense to get it going. They're at home as well. Washington State coming over to them. So I think Washington State could make this a really tough, scrappy game, but I would be shocked. In fact, I'm willing to bet it if they don't score 28 points or more. So, yeah.
I love that. Let's go 3-0 with the James Madison pick. I love that they've kept rolling after Cignetti left, and they really built themselves a little program there. That's always fun. And great.
Their quarterback Barnett, Alfonso Barnett, he's real good. He's fun to watch. So they're usually on the quad box, So
just throw them on there. Always a fun game. Cool. Let's go back to the Mountain West. I'm going to take us back there. Mike and I both have a pick on Utah State. I'm going to take the Utah State and Fresno game over 50.5. Utah State has not hit the over every game this year, but I have hit this bet every time I pick a Utah State over its hit this year. So I'm going back to it, man. Going back to the well. It's been a few weeks. Bronco Mendenhall overs. You give me back. We're back down into the 50.5 range. Hell, man, that's when we were hitting them all early season with this Utah State team. So you hit me around 50 points with the Utah State team that doesn't know how to play defense. Like, let's go. I'm all about it. So I'm all over this. I'm all over this over. But Mike, you have a different play as well.
Yeah, I've got a different play. I'm slightly concerned for your over because Fresno State defensively has been off the charts, especially the last 2 weeks. They've only allowed 10 points combined in the last 2 weeks against Boise and Wyoming, and they've given up less than 200 yards in each of those 2 games. On top of that, Utah State has only won 4 road games since 2023 and is winless on the road this season. They've yet to score more than 26 points on the road. That's my only concern there. Fresno State doesn't score a lot of points. They're not a high-powered offense by any means. They are strictly a defensive team. They are still in this, tied for second with 5 other teams for the Mountain West title game. So give me, they've, again, back to the betting the teams that have stuff to play for right now. So give me Fresno State fighting for something still against the Utah State team that has not been very good on the road in the last 4 years at this point, 3 years, however long that is. Math is hard. At minus 2.5. So minus 120. Yeah, I'm all over this one.
Yeah, Utah State's giving up when they go on the road. They're giving up like 44 points. They gave up 55 points on the road. I think Fresno State might score 51 points.
It'd be a fun game.
In
That's
this
for damn
game.
sure.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll be an interesting Mountain West game. We got some Mountain West stakes going on this weekend for sure. Cool. Stefan, we'll go back to you. Speaking of Vanderbilt,
Yes.
you are going back against Vandy. Not really though. I mean, you're just not believing them to cover a big spread.
You spoiled it for me. I was setting up here. I was looking at this. I was going to give you these stats. Listen to this. Vandy against the spread this year at home, 5-1. Or in their last 6, they're 5-1. As a favorite in their last 6, they're 5-1. As a home favorite, 5-1. Versus teams allowing less than 25 points per game, they're 6-2 in their last 8. But here's the thing: when this point spread is this much, when they're a double-digit favorite, there's not really much data because this never happens. Vandy is never a double-digit favorite. You know why? Because they don't do it. If you look at the games, yes, they're doing great against the spread, but the spread has been very, very low. Even when they've been favorites, it's been 2.5, 3.5, maybe 6.5. Plus 10, they have not done this since very early in the season. Their wins have been close or within 10 points, or they've had losses. So Kentucky, meanwhile, has been playing a lot better since going over to the freshman quarterback. Their defense has really stepped up. Give me Kentucky plus 10 points. I don't love it. It's kind of gross. I feel terrible about this one.
Dude,
I hated a road dog, a double-digit road dog. Let's go.
I had it on the card. I didn't see it at 10.5 though. I saw it at 8.5. If I didn't see it at 10.5, I might have jumped on.
No, it's just at 10, flat 10.
Oh, flat still. I don't hate it. I mean, Kentucky scored like 80 points in the last 2 games or something like that. Like we haven't seen that.
One of them was like against Tennessee Tech though.
Yeah, but the other was against Florida, who, like, say what you want about their season, they still have a good defense. So I don't know. Like I only backed off of it because of the number. I didn't see it at 10, and I don't know. I'm scared about Diego Pavia's last home game, but I get it. I totally.
Is it his last home game, or are we getting another year of Diego Pavia?
We're not getting an 8th year or whatever year it is. There's no way. I think he's already lost the appeal.
I mean, he's gonna get like lawyers and do it because it's the only way he's gonna make money because he's not gonna do it in the NFL.
No,
he's got some good commercials coming his way.
That's fair.
Man, he's all over every New Mexico-based podcast right now as a hometown hero.
Dude, the Giants are gonna sign him to their like scout team just so him and Scattaboo can be in the same building together.
Yeah, just for the hype. I love that. All right, let's go back to the ACC. I told you we have a lot of ACC today. Stefan, why don't you tell us about the Pitt Georgia Tech game? I also have a play on this game as part of a parlay, which I think will roll nicely into Mike's next pick.
Give me Pitt on the road, plus 3 points. Georgia Tech has been a great story this year. Haynes King is an incredible quarterback. The problem is he is the entire offense. The defense hasn't been very good, so he's had to carry this team, and he's done it for the most part to date. Pitt, meanwhile, coming off a rough loss to Notre Dame. But Coach Narduzzi even said, hey, we don't care if we lose by 100. We just care about the ACC. So right now, Pitt has the ACC in front of them, which I know coaches aren't supposed to say, but he said it. The ACC is still, relatively possible for them. They need to win out. Beating Georgia Tech, obviously, is a must-have for them. So both seasons on the line here. I like Pitt to have a huge bounce-back game. Again, I bet the Pitt season win total over 6.5, so that's already cashed. I believe they've already got 7 wins. So I kind of went into the season believing in them. I kind of went into the season not believing in Georgia Tech as much. So maybe some of those biases are still in play here. But yeah, I think Pitt can handle business.
I'm not the opposite side. We can thread this needle. Give me Georgia Tech money line all day, man. At home, ACC must-win game. I'm all over Georgia Tech. I think to win this game. I just love home teams. I got 2 top 25 teams I'm going to parlay together. I love the home teams late in the season. I like Georgia Tech to pull this off. They only have 1 bad loss against Virginia. It's like, man, they got to pull this off. That's it. I'm all on vibes, man. I got nothing about offenses and defenses. Like home team, let's ride. for me with Georgia Tech at home. I think Haynes King can put a team on his back and win this game. And so yeah, we're gonna see how it goes, but maybe we'll get a 1-point victory and thread this needle. Every once in a while we do that. It's always impressive. Like, you should see our text threads when we like thread a needle. It's always a good time when we're technically on
it's a tough number to
side.
do it too, but
it is. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm all over Georgia Tech. Stape's on Pitt. I'm going to add in more Oregon on a money line. So Georgia Tech and Oregon on the money line. I think Oregon handles USC. Wouldn't be surprised at the minus 10.5. My only justification is like Oregon plays defense, USC does not. Oregon's at home, USC is not. Again, I'm big on home teams this week. It's like the third time I've said that. So Oregon and Georgia Tech gets you to plus 118, and that's my money line. But Mike also has Oregon as part of a juicy parlay for us.
Yeah, man, I got us a fun little, I don't know if it's fun. It's actually kind of boring. A big number parlay here. Give me USC plus 17.5 at Oregon with Missouri plus 17.5 at Oklahoma. You can get this at minus 119. You just got two really good games, in my opinion, with two really good teams, and 17.5 points is a lot of points for both of these teams here. Oregon is playing quarters more than any other team in the country, and they're just preventing that big play. And Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane from USC, wide receivers, they may not tear it up over the top, but that just means the underneath is going to be wide open, and they have the talent to be dirty enough there to keep this close. Oregon's 0-2 against the spread as a single-digit favorite this year. The only two conference opponents they've beaten by more than 17 is Minnesota and Northwestern. I think Oregon wins 100% on that. I think they flirt with covering the 9.5 or whatever it is now. 17.5 points. It's just too many points there for me for a USC team that offensively seems to be clicking in all the right ways now. Even defensively, they've looked better the last 4 weeks or so. I mean, and honestly, same story with Missouri to Oklahoma. Oklahoma defensively unreal right now. The number one rush defense. But offensively, they've still struggled. They looked good against Alabama last week, but Oklahoma only had 212 yards of total offense. I don't see a world in which this offense is built to a way to just run away with this ball game and win by more than 17.5 points. Both of these teams want to run the ball, but they both have a top 10 rush defense. And I just think that alone, the game script is going to prevent either one of these teams from running away with it. So plus 17.5 for USC and for Mizzou minus 119.
I like that in a closer scoring game. Stephon, real quick though, I feel like you told me, I want to go back to the Oregon game real quick because I think you told me something about Lincoln Riley and going on the road like sometime in the last few weeks.
Oh yeah,
on the road.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley does not cover against the spread on the road. I think he's like 2-11 now.
And then Oregon, and then Mike just said Oregon doesn't cover these spreads, so it's going to be something's got to give.
I haven't this year.
I want to point that out. Something's got to give.
Well, I am terrified of Jacoby Lane and Makai Lemon. Makai Lemon to me is right up there with Jeremiah Smith.
Yep.
As being the best wide receiver in college football. He is incredible. When Eric and I were watching like just parts of the game last week while we were at one of the other games, kept being like, dude, Lemon again. He is incredible. So he terrifies me. The reason Oregon's been able to play that kind of defense is because we haven't been playing against very solid quarterbacks at all. I mean, you look at who we've played, the Ducks have not had to go against. I mean, Drew Aller was not good. Gronowski for Iowa, not good. I mean, we haven't had to really face very many good quarterbacks yet. So Jaden Maeva, I think, is a very, very good quarterback. So as a Ducks fan, I'm actually terrified. I would lean if I had to choose, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but if you had me like Oregon minus 17.5 or USC money line, I would take USC money line. Like if I had to bet one of those extremes, I think that outcome's more likely than Oregon blowing them out by like 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I side with you on that, is what I'm trying to say. Being long-winded, so we get to 20 minutes.
we got two whole picks left. We got plenty of time left. All right, Steve, you're wearing CU hoodie, but tell us why you're picking against the Buffs. And is he hurt? I feel like I'm out of the loop on Arizona State. Is he playing?
Yeah,
we got Jeff Sims.
No,
Sims is back at it. Sims has been winning. And Sims is really a rushing threat more than anything. And Colorado really has struggled against running quarterbacks, a la Haynes King, as we talked about earlier tonight. The vibes here in Boulder County are not great. I'm not even in Boulder County. I'm in Broomfield County, but
you're very close.
They're very close, and the vibes are I can smell it from here, and it stinks. The AD is out, if I'm not mistaken, right, Eric?
Yeah. I mean, he's around for the rest of the year, and
but he's stepping down.
He's stepping down. Yeah.
Yeah. The vibes are just bad in CU. Arizona State, meanwhile, keeps putting together win after win, punching above their weight. I think they're going to get another win on the road. -6.5 is just kind of a short number. I don't think they get blown out. I mean, Colorado has lost, but they haven't been. They've either gotten blown out by a ton, or they kind of keep it close.
Juju's looking good though. Colorado hopefully shows some hope and signs of life. The only reason I wouldn't bet this is if you made me bet this, I'd take Arizona State -6.5 for sure. If you're like, oh, you got to pick, but I'm just not doing it because last time Jeff Sims went to Folsom, he was with Nebraska and he got his ass beat, dude. We took this dude to town last time he was in Folsom. So
remember that.
Totally different team, totally different season. He's probably got revenge on his mind, honestly, maybe because of that. So maybe that should be scary, but in my head, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe this dude just doesn't have it, but he's been doing better lately. He has. I think I'm just biased because he played for Nebraska, came in, and we took it to him the first time he came to Folsom. But yeah, if I had to bet it, I would definitely be on Arizona State. All right, Mike, you wrap us up with one more juicy parlay for us.
Oh yeah, let's go to the New Mexico at Air Force game, teasing that total down to 45.5. So going over 45.5 with North Texas team total over 31.5 against Rice. Get this a -110. New Mexico at Air Force game. You've just got two great offenses against two bad defenses. It's a great recipe for points. They're both averaging scoring more than 30 while averaging giving up more than 30. The sports line model has this game hitting a total of 70. That's a lot of points for a cushion there. If you like to use models for a data point. Between the two of these teams combined, there's been a total of 4 games this season that have not hit this number, and those are against two very different opponent types. So just going over 45.5 there. The North Texas team total over 31.5. It's the number 1 offense in the country against Rice's 90th best defense. North Texas has scored more than 50 in 3 of their last 4, and the one time they didn't was the one time I bet on them. So it's redemption time. So combining these two and getting a nice, lovely -110.
The Rice triple option should be an interesting fun time. I'm sure when North Texas has the ball, they're going to score every single time, though.
Yeah.
From what I've seen of Rice, they're going to score on every drive. So they might not get as many possessions because they're playing a triple option team, but they will probably score every time they get the ball. All right. That's it. You have made it to the end of the episode. We're going to run down college football week 13. Don't forget, we're over on RotoViz now. It's a great resource for all your fantasy football needs. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We are over there as well. So college football week 13. I will get us going. Give me UNLV -2.5. Taking out Hawaii. I will also take the Utah State Fresno over 50.5. Then I'm going to do a parlay of Oregon and Georgia Tech to both win. And that gets you to +118.
I've got SMU on the money line at home against Louisville at -135. Cal -2.5 at Stanford. Utah State at Fresno State. Fresno State covering 2.5 points there. And then 2 different parlays, one going USC +17.5 with Missouri +17.5 at -119. And then finishing it up with New Mexico at Air Force game total over 45.5 with North Texas team total over 31.5 at -110.
Awesome. I'm on this first 2 as well. I've got SMU -2.5 and Cal -2.5. And then I'm on James Madison team total over 27.5. We're going to take Kentucky +10 at Vandy. We're going to take Pitt +3 at Georgia Tech. And we're going to take Arizona State -6.5 at Colorado.
Awesome. That is it. That's how we're going to make money on college football. Don't forget to go check out the NFL. We have all our picks over there as well, and we will see y'all later.